Okay, so in the middle of the reading, which is which resonates and permeates all aspects of your life, is the King of Discs. Now, Leo, you are not a Earth sign. You're a fire sign. The King of Discs usually resonates more with Earth. So that's, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So I'm going to pull a clarifier card to see more if it's a person, an energy, or if it's you. Okay, clarify. 5 of Discs reversed. Okay. So I feel like just from these 2 cards in the center here, it could have been somebody who gave you the bad news about the Tower, or it could be you too, that you feel that you are you lost everything. You were at the top of your game and then you lost it all, and so now you feel like you're out in the cold. However, notice that this card is in reverse. Okay, so here we have in this card 2 beautiful souls who are in anguish, who are in pain, who are suffering, aching because of the cold. But here we have this vibrant light shining up above them. Yeah. And even though this gentleman here is looking up, he's looking past it, kind of as a why me, and this woman doesn't even notice it. Okay, and this is in the upright. But when we flip it like that, look at how this turns into a doorway. Okay? It's inviting you in. It's saying, come with me. I know you're out there. I know you're in the cold. I know things are tough. I know you feel like you have nothing. But come, you're welcome. You're welcome to come in and join. Okay? So this is saying that there is hope, but you have to greet it. Okay? You can't walk past it. You have to open that door of warmth and light and possibility. Even though you were given a message that feels like you are lost, it isn't. All is not lost. In love, we have the Queen of Discs. We have the 9 of Swords. And then we have the 2 of Wands reversed, okay? All right, so having the Queen of Wands right here is, or Queen of Discs is, she's such a lovely person to be around. He or she is just awesome. They are very secure. They really know what they want, and they know how to create beautiful things while still staying grounded in their space. So this energy is like, it has a Venusian feel to it because it's just beautiful, but it's still grounded. So this could be somebody in your life who exhibits this, and is constantly kind of filling your cup up in a way. And this worries you, this kind of worry. You're worried about this person. It could be that, they're giving so much, and it just kind of, it pains you because you feel like you don't have anything to give right now. Or it pains you because you just can't rise up to that level, that you feel like you can't do that. And it can also be in the reverse too, but just how this reading is going, I feel like that will resonate with most of you. It can always be the flip, that you're giving and you're just this beautiful, lovely Venusian, yummy hug and just making people feel great and settled. And the other person is in anguish right now. And so this is the challenge of where will your future go? Because one person, if it was more like this, okay, right now we have it so that they're turned away from each other, okay? So it's not working together. But if it was like this, I would say that, communication is open with one another. But it feels like that this discussion is not happening, and that's why the future is a little hazy of this relationship, or a relationship that kind of exhibits these qualities. So it's really important, if you are feeling this anguish, not to deal with it on your own and to keep it in, but to acknowledge the queen and let them know where you are in this relationship and say, hey, I am hurting so bad. I've been through a lot of rough months and I need your help now. I need you. And the response will probably be, I've always been there and I will continue to be there. Okay, and so then we can turn this back up, but it's really a choice. It's really a choice of how you're going to handle these energies, because this tower crumbling is affecting key relationships in your life, but they're there to help you, but you have to reach out to make it happen. Okay, so in the career we have the Ten of Swords reversed. We have the King of Swords reversed. And then we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, so with career, something, you need to let go of something. And I feel like you're scared to let go of it just because you have so many other things that are going on in your life. So you don't know how to let it go, or if you should, because you're afraid if you let it go, nothing better will come in. You're a little gun shy right now. You just don't know if you can take another rejection kind of feeling. And then we have the King of Swords in reverse here. And so this person isn't working at their highest vibration. They have the capacity to do so, but something is causing them not to. Okay, so they're not speaking their truth. They're not speaking with honesty, and it's kind of, it feels like it's more of a selfish feeling, and it's not from their heart. It's from a very materialistic kind of point of view, and it can be cold and it can be hard to hear. But having the Seven of Cups here, it's trying to gain some headway at all costs. Okay, so this person could be cutting you off at work and causing issues that way, and so you want to quit this job, but you just don't know if you should. But you've been abused in this kind of scenario, and it's like you've had to take it in so many different ways, like this abuse, that it's almost become you've gotten used to it in a way. And so now you don't even know if you are worth getting a new job, if you'll get a new job, or if it will get better. But it will definitely get better. Yeah, because we've got some lovely things over here. Also, this could be that you, Leo, are being a little ruthless because you feel you have no other choice. Okay, because you feel at the end of your rope. Because the only choices you see are to, push forward at all costs. You don't care who's in your way. You're going to get past them. Okay. But recognize that all choices are not created equal. Some will benefit you more than others. Some will benefit the collective better than others. So, take in all of these choices and see how it will affect you and those surrounding you, and then decide, instead of just being like, nope, cut, slice and dice, and then getting to your goal. Okay. So that's that. And then we have over here, this is finance. So we have Four of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Cups. And the Unconscious reversed. Okay. So it's like you don't feel like... Okay, so this is what I see with the finances. First off, we have let's just talk about this lovely card, the Ten of Cups, which is like joy, fulfillment, getting to where you want to be and feeling really content with your space. Okay, now how you went about getting there, I think, is not something that you are proud of or feel like, in a way you deserve. Well, Leo, you have been manifesting some things, and you've had to let go of a lot of different things that no longer serve you. So you've made space for this. Okay. So yes, I do feel like you absolutely deserve some joy in your life. But the way that you're getting this financial kind of, it could be like a windfall, but it could just be, a bonus, or just finally feeling like you can, during the holidays especially, get gifts or celebrate in the way that you want to. So the way that you have gotten there might be a disconnect to who you are. Okay, so this could be like you've had a court case, and you're in a battle with somebody, and you win, but you're like, yeah, I still feel gross even though I won, because I didn't want to fight with them in the first place. It could be something like that, or it could be you do get a bonus. You get a bonus from your work, and you're like, yeah, I worked really hard and I stepped on some toes in the process, so I don't feel 100% behind this bonus. It's something like that. It's, yes, you're gonna get there, but you're not, the means that you've gotten there are not up to the level you would have liked. Okay. Then we have down here in health, we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Discs, and then we have the Queen of Swords. So, health-wise, those who have been sick and have been fighting different ailments, this is like, you guys are gangsta, you guys are warriors, you guys are fighting, and because of that, you're cultivating a new cycle. Like the spirit was just saying to me, it's a new age. It's a new age for you. Okay. So, I know it's not your birthday, because if you're watching this, chances are you're a Leo. But it's like it's a new wave for you, a new way of living, a new way of being. And it's up to you to keep that being cultivated in a positive way. So yes, you've been fighting, slicing and dicing for your health. You have been working really hard. And if you don't have an ailment, this could be that you have started something new, and it's been really hard for you to stick with, but you have. And because of that, like, new things are starting to pop up for you. It's like all of a sudden you can do push-ups. Oh, that's awesome. All of a sudden, it's easier to breathe because you gave up smoking. It's just, these things are starting to show themselves as a new you, and it's kind of putting light back in your eyes of how powerful of a person you truly are, and like how you can truly manifest your space by perseverance, strength, and doing what is positive for you, So I think this energy is going to slowly radiate through everything else. Yeah, because your health is your wealth. And without that, you have nothing. So now that you are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you're starting to see that things can work out, but it's still at the beginning phase. This is still new to you, and this is still tiny, but these seeds you can grow, and you can see how it could possibly grow. So stay strong, stay vigilant in your health, and cultivate this new you. All right, so let's call on the angels to see what added guidance we have for you. I call in the angels for Leo in the highest of light, the highest of energy, to guide us. What added message do you have for my Leos? Okay. It's this one right there. Okay. Okay, past life issues. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. Okay, I'll read that to you one more time. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. All right, so that actually really resonates with your reading here, especially because you've had the Tower and you have worry and feeling lack thereof. So letting go of these things, these karmic ties that you have, letting go of the pain and the anguish that you have been carrying for lifetimes is the only way that you're going to get to this, 10 of Cups, to these new beginnings. Okay, and also to turn the unconscious back, turn it back around, because I feel like you understand that, emotionally, spiritually, you have some work to do, but you don't necessarily know how to start that process. Okay, and if you even want to start that process, because it's not all puppies and kitties, it's a challenge, it's work. It can be gruesome and grueling to really delve into yourself, to delve into these past issues that you've been carrying around, the karmic ties you've been carrying for centuries. But they create who you are now, and so you have to deal with them in order to move on and let even more light in than you are now. Okay. And also we're going to pull from the animal spirit knowledge cards. So we're just going to call on your spirit animal for December. And I do love pulling this, just because I have a lot of people say that once I pull this for them, they see that animal around them, and then, in time of fear and confusion, they call on this animal to give them the strength needed, and they call on like this animalistic part of them to build them up. So I think it's a good thing to connect with our Earth and other creatures on this planet. Okay, so let's see. I'm just not feeling the card for you yet. Oh, there we go. Gave me... What in the world? Animal deities. This is like the third time I've pulled this up. So divinity, guidance, and wisdom is what this one is all about. This is all creatures, okay? So this is all creatures connect to all beings. So you know what? I'm going to say this to Leo is, think of this card and what animal in this card really resonates with you, or what animal comes to mind first off, and that is the animal that is trying to speak to you. And I think Leo, it's because you've had a lot of different things that you've been working on. So this is asking for you to choose. Let your heart choose. Because you have a lot of choices to make, you have to make this one for support. Okay?